What's going on, guys? Parker here, and I am back with another video. And today I got my top 6 NFL player props for the day. And before we get into this video, do me a favor and subscribe to the channel down below if you are new. Give this video a big thumbs up and leave a comment on this video down below as well, because all those things really help the channel out a ton and really help push my content out to more and more people each and every single day. So I really would appreciate it. And yeah, guys, we got 6 big NFL props today. All NFL teams are playing today or tomorrow night, obviously. So all the teams are still playing, still no bye weeks. So yeah, we got a huge NFL slate. We got 6 props for you. Usually I do 4 or 5 on Sunday, but I'm feeling, I feel like I want to do some more content today. So I got 6 props for you. It is currently 6:21 a.m. Eastern time. Games start at 1 o'clock Eastern here for me. And I'm debating on what I'm going to do sleep-wise, because my sleep schedule got messed up yesterday because I ended up staying late just watching TV. So I woke up real late yesterday. And I've just been up, and I've been up for all night. And now I'm like, when the hell am I going to go to sleep? Because I'm not trying to just sleep for like 2 or 3 hours before football. So I might just stay up all day and be up for like 35 hours by the time I go to bed tomorrow night after Sunday Night Football. So that sadly might be the move. I don't know. But we'll see. But before we get into these plays real quick, I did want to mention that all these plays will be available on different sports books. And I have a link down below in the description, with the top link down below in the description, to a bunch of various different sports books where you can get access to all these plays. And all those sports books will have profit boosts, deposit matches, everything you can imagine. So see if those sports books are available in your state, as well as for pretty much everybody. You can go ahead and sign up for Underdog Fantasy and get a deposit match up to $1,000 in bonus cash, as well as 3 profit boosts that are currently available for you on Underdog Fantasy. So that will be the top link down below in the description to my one link, and then you can get access to all those sports books as well as Underdog Fantasy. But without further ado, guys, let's get right into today's 6 props. So first off, I got Justin Herbert over 28.5 pass attempts versus the Chiefs, minus 105 line on DraftKings. I'm well aware Herbert is under in all 3 games so far. The Chargers have to open up the playbook if they want a chance to beat the Chiefs. They can't keep doing this slow, methodical offense where they run the ball 55 times if they want to beat the Chiefs. It's just not going to work. The Chiefs' defense is too good. Spagnuolo is too good of a coordinator to just let them run the ball down their throat. If Jim Harbaugh wants to win today, he has to open up the playbook for Herbert. You have one of the 5 to 6 best quarterbacks in the NFL, and you don't use him. I mean, he is in a good situation now coaching-wise in terms of he's going to win, or at least have a much better chance to win. But, like, watching the Chargers right now is a tough watch because Herbert is such a talented dude, man, and it's just hard to watch him be a J.J. McCarthy handoff merchant at Michigan, pretty much, is really what we're seeing right now. But the Chargers will be forced to air it out a lot more often. This line's simply too low. 28.5 pass attempts is not a lot. That's not even 30 pass attempts from a guy that is used to in his NFL career throwing the ball 40 to 50 times a game, literally. Like, the dude was an absolute gunslinger until Jim Harbaugh got there, and now he's a handoff merchant. But yeah, I think he's going to throw the ball more tonight. Really confident in that. So Justin Herbert, over 28.5 pass attempts versus the Chiefs, minus 105 line on DraftKings is my first play of the day. Next up, I got Joe Burrow, over 1.5 passing touchdowns versus the Panthers, minus 145 line on Bet365. So the Panthers have allowed 7 passing touchdowns over 3 games this season. That's the 3rd most in the NFL this season. Burrow is over this line in 2 of his 3 games so far this season. He looked really good last week. I know they lost that game to the Commanders, but Joe Burrow looked like Joe Burrow last week. The defense absolutely sold him. You should be able to win a game when you put up 33 points and don't punt once. So yeah, T. Higgins and Ja'Marr are back. Obviously, great matchup for Burrow to capitalize versus a weak secondary. I think Burrow goes off tonight. I honestly, like, if you want to alt bet something, I wouldn't mind Burrow 3 or more pass touchdowns. Like, I think he might really cook tonight. So, or today. So Joe Burrow, over 1.5 passing touchdowns versus the Panthers, minus 145 line on Bet365 is my second play of the day. Next up, I got Jerome Ford, over 43.5 rushing yards versus the Raiders, minus 110 line on Bet365. So Ford is over this line in 2 of his 3 games so far this season. The Raiders have allowed the 5th most rush yards per game in the NFL this season. This is an ideal matchup for Ford. The Browns likely lead, and Ford gets a high volume of carries in this game. I think this is a game where Ford's going to get close to 15 carries, and if he gets 15 carries, he should be able to cover this line, and I think he will cover this line. Raiders are not a good rush defense by any means. They're really struggling in the run game, as well as Jerome Ford has proven to be a solid back in this league. And this is a matchup where he should be able to perform well, and I think he is going to perform well. So Jerome Ford over 43.5 rushing yards versus the Raiders, minus 110 line on Bet365 is my third play of the day. Next up, I got Marvin Harrison Jr. over 70.5 receiving yards versus the Commanders, minus 115 line on BetMGM. So the Commanders have allowed the 5th most passing yards per game in the entire NFL this season. Their secondary has not been very good. Their defense as a whole has not been very good. I don't expect it to be very good tonight either. I expect Marvin Harrison Jr. to have his way a little bit and perform well. He's had 8 or more targets in 2 straight games for Harrison Jr. He's getting lots of volume as of late. I said lots of volume as of late. Lots of volume as of late. The Commanders have also allowed the 2nd most receiving yards per game to wide receivers this season. This is a matchup that Harrison Jr. should be able to exploit. Harrison Jr. should be able to have a good game. And overall, I do think he is going to have a good game tonight. So Marvin Harrison Jr. over 70.5 receiving yards versus the Commanders, minus 115 line on BetMGM is my 4th play of the day. Next up, I got Alvin Kamara over 62.5 rush yards versus the Falcons. So Kamara's over this line in all 3 games this season with 83 plus yards in each matchup so far. The Falcons have allowed the 6th most rush yards per game in the NFL this season. The running back one for each team has gone over this line in all 3 games versus the Falcons this season. So the Falcons have really struggled at stopping the run. They don't get any help here facing off against one of the premier backs in the league. Kamara's like having his best start to a season ever right now. Like he's really playing well in terms of rush yards. Because obviously Kamara, I never know which way to say it technically. But obviously he's been a huge all-purpose back his whole career. But this is the best start he's had, just as a pure rusher. And he's getting more volume than ever as a rusher. I expect that to continue. I expect him to have a good game. So Alvin Kamara over 62.5 rush yards versus the Falcons, minus 110 on Bet365 is my 5th play of the day. Next up, I got Baker Mayfield over 231.5 pass yards versus the Eagles, minus 110 line on Bet365. So Mayfield went for 337 yards in a playoff matchup versus the Eagles last season. This game is likely fast-paced and back and forth. Mayfield is going to have tons of opportunities. The Eagles are in the top half of the league in yards and yards per attempt allowed this season. That Eagles secondary has not been good at all. We know how bad they were last year to end the season, and they're not much better this year. They've been a little bit better. However, they, Jordan Love carved them up a little bit, threw for a lot of yards. Kirk carved them up on that last drive. And then last week, their secondary really didn't do much. The reason Derek Carr struggled so much is because their front 7 was dominant. The Bucs have a really good O-line. They're going to be able to protect Baker, and it's going to be up to the Eagles secondary to play well. And I just don't see their secondary playing that well. So Baker Mayfield over 231.5 pass yards versus the Eagles, minus 110 on Bet365 is my 6th and final play. So those were my top 6 NFL player props for the day. Like I said, if you did enjoy this video and you want to see more content from me moving forward, then make sure to subscribe to the channel down below. Give this video a big thumbs up and leave a comment on this video down below, because all those things really help the channel out a ton and really help push my content out to more and more people each and every single day. So I really would appreciate it. And yeah, guys, we got a huge NFL Sunday slate today. I'm extremely excited for today. Make sure if you want to sign up for any of these sports books to place all of these bets, then go ahead and click the top link down below in the description to my one link, and then click any of those links and get the deposit match offers. On my one link, you can actually customize to your state and then see the offers that are currently being ran in your state. So you can take advantage, get free bonus bets, all that good stuff. And who doesn't like free bets and stuff like that? It's always great. Makes NFL Sunday even more fun. But yeah, I hope we continue to crush the books like we've doing all year long. I'm done betting MLB until the playoffs. No MLB video today. MLB's pissed me off. I've missed 6 of my last 7 props. And you guys know how much we've killed MLB all season long. It's just volatile as hell right now because baseball is not. Pitchers are getting pulled after 2 innings like Paul Skeens today. So most books reboot it, but some don't. It just sucks. It sucks, man. So I'm not trying to lose us all money here. I'm not going to be placing any more MLB bets until the playoffs, obviously. There's only one more day. But we killed college football today, 3 in 1 day. And it's time to sweep the NFL. So your boy still hasn't gone to sleep. 6:30 in the morning. Got a lot more content to do for you guys. So make sure to, show love for me staying up and doing all this content for you. And without further ado, I will see you on the next one. See you guys.